My law firm, Rosenbaum, the law firm behind Amazon Sellers Lawyer, was founded on the principle of giving Amazon sellers information so you can help yourselves. And then if you need help or you're uncomfortable, you can hire us. But I want to make sure that you have the latest information, the most up-to-date information on how to help yourselves. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how you can write your own plan of action. How to write your own POA if your listing is suspended or your entire account goes down. So the very first section of any plan of action or every plan of action is the root cause. What was the root cause of a consumer having an issue with your product? What did they receive? What was the problem? And figuring out and writing it in a positive fashion why you think the consumer had an issue with your product. Now, years ago, sellers were told to admit to doing something wrong, even when they did absolutely nothing wrong. And I think that is a huge, huge mistake, and you should never do that. So for your root cause, you have to think about what was in that complaint from Amazon, what information, if at all, if any, that they gave to you, and then write something about what the issue was in a positive way. For example, if the consumer claims that your product arrived and it was damaged, write the root cause that you can use better packaging. If the consumer claimed your product was inauthentic and it turns out that you were selling a product that was an old packaging design and the manufacturer has updated it, make sure that your root cause is that the packaging was not up to date, but in the future you're going to make sure that it is. So you have to really look at what was the problem with that particular consumer, with that particular complaint, and write a root cause in positive verbiage, something that you can do better. And that's the first section of every single plan of action. Now, the second section of your plan of action are the immediate corrective actions that you took, what you did as soon as you learned that a consumer had a problem with your product. Now, what I want you to do here is to refund the customer. Offer to let the customer keep your product. Even offer to send them another unit absolutely free, because while the consumer may be pulling one over on you and stealing a little bit of money from you, you want to keep your eye on the ball, your long-term success of selling on Amazon. So go ahead, let the consumer pull one over on you, lose a few dollars, but keep your eye on the big picture. Your weekly sales, your monthly sales, your annual sales, and your profits. So go ahead. It's not a big deal generally to let them keep the product for free and refund them. Keep your eye on the ball, and that should be your immediate corrective actions, the second section of every single plan of action, the steps that you took as a seller to try and make Amazon's consumer a bit happier after they had an alleged issue with your product. Now, the third section are the long-term or the systemic changes that you make to your business so that Amazon will feel confident, or to persuade Amazon staff that they can be confident that their consumers will not have the same problem with you in the future. And the systemic changes, the long-term changes to your business, have to address the issues that Amazon had. If it was a packaging problem, maybe the long-term changes to your business are going to involve you personally making sure that the products that you deliver match exactly what are in brick and mortar stores. If you are a larger seller, maybe it's hiring a person to make sure that the products you are sending out match exactly. Packaging, however the consumer receives it, that it matches exactly what the consumer is going to receive. If you're having a tracking issue, you want to address the tracking issue. How are you as a business person, large or small, going to be better at tracking your products? So if you're having IP issues, same issue. You want to make sure that you are going to address big picture, hiring somebody, systemic changes, adding software, packaging your products differently, making sure they're more protected. And these are the long-term changes to your business that you're going to describe in your plan of action. So those are the tips. Those are the major tips for sellers who are going to write their own plans of action. 1, don't use forms under any circumstances at all. It's better to write it yourself, even if you're not a competent writer, even if you don't have the confidence in your own writing ability. It's better if you can't hire a professional to write your plan of action. It's better to write it yourself than to use a form. And number 2, divide your plan of action into 3 sections. the root cause, the immediate corrective action, and most importantly, the long-term changes that you're going to make to your business so that Amazon will be convinced that they will not have the same issues with you going forward once you obtain the reinstatement of your listing or the reinstatement of your Amazon account. If you would like to learn more about how to write your own plan of action, call this office. We talk to sellers. This firm was founded on recognizing that Amazon sellers need a human being to speak with when you have a problem. You can call us 1-877-9-SELLERS, or you can email us and we'll arrange a time to speak with you. You can speak with a human being if you need help writing your plan of action.